So, question 6 is a recurring question. We see it often. And just conceptually, the idea is that I'm going to give you a line, right? Some line on the Cartesian coordinate plane. I will give you information adequate to figure out what that line is. And I will give you some other random point on the line. And the question is, once you have this point and this random point that I give you and the line, the question is, what is the equation of a line that has the property of being perpendicular to the line that you were given and hitting the point that you're given? So you can see all of these lines that I'm drawing right here, these are all perpendicular to the given line. They're forming this right angle to the given line. But only one of them is both perpendicular to the given line and it hits the point, the target point. So conceptually, that's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing for a long time. So let's see if we can do that with this question. So it says, what is the equation of a line that goes through the point 3, 8? So we have an x value, we have a y value. Our line has to hit that point. And this one says perpendicular. It doesn't say parallel. It says perpendicular to this line. Well, in order to be perpendicular, our slopes would have to be opposite and reciprocals. So my primary question is, well, what's the slope of this line? Well, if I add 4x to both sides, I get this becomes the opposite of y is equal to a positive 4x plus 4. So you can see what I've done. I've added 4x to each side. Now to get y alone and get this truly in y-intercept form, I'm going to multiply both sides by -1. Every term on both sides by -1. -1 times -y is going to give me y equals -4x and then -4. So I now know this line, right? This line has a y-intercept of 4, -4 rather. It has a y-intercept of -4, and it has a slope. The slope of the line that I was given is -4. Well, if I want a line to be perpendicular to that line, I need a slope that is opposite in sign. So this is the slope m that I'm going to use. It's going to be opposite in sign. So instead of being negative, it will be positive. And instead of being 4, it's going to be the reciprocal of 4. So I'm using a slope of 1/4. So here we go. We know two things. We know three things now, right? We've got an x and a y value from the point that we have to hit, and we know the slope that we have to use in order to be perpendicular. So I write by way of reference, y equals mx plus b. The y from the point that I have to hit is 8. The slope that I found is 1/4. The x from the point that I have to hit is -3, and I'm trying my hardest to figure out what point B is. So let me grab my friend the TI calculator and turn it on. Nope, there it is. There's the calculator. So I can go ahead and go, let me clear this. I'm going to go 1/4 times -3, and I get this beautiful number, -0.75, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to add it to both sides, right? So I'm going to get 8 plus 0.75. So I'm adding that to both sides. I'm adding 3/4, and I get this value. It's 8.75. If I want, I can display this as a fraction to an improper fraction. It's 35/4. But either way would work, right? So again, this right here is -3.75. No, it was just -0.75, not a 3. Oh, now I can't erase that? There we go. -0.75 is what this is. Yeah, 3/4. That's clearly what that is. And then I add that to both sides. So I get 8.75 is my value of B. For those of you that care, that's the same as 35/4. I don't know that I care. But my answer would be this. My answer is going to be y is equal to positive 1/4 x plus 8.75. Now, two things tell me that this is right or wrong. The first thing is, do I have the right slope? Well, I have a slope of 1/4, and that's the slope I need if I'm going to be perpendicular to a line with this slope, right? The slope from that line that I was given was negative. My slope is positive. That slope was 4, negative 4. My slope is positive 1/4. So that's exactly it. The other thing I want to do is just verify, do I really hit the intended point? So if I grab my calculator and I say, well, let's take 1/4, right? That's my slope. I'm going to multiply that times negative 3. And then to that, I'm going to add 8.75. And when I do that, I get, ka-ching, I get 8. So when x is 3, right, when x is the number 3, y did come back as positive 8. So I know that my line is also hitting this point. So this is exactly the line that has both properties. It's perpendicular to the given line, and it is hitting the point that I was given.